Nicole Collier is a national goddamn hero. This is how she slept last night in the Texas statehouse, thanks to her Republican colleagues falsely imprisoning her there. That book, African Founders, about how enslaved people were part of creating America. I hope I don't have to explain the significance. So why is she sleeping on two chairs pushed together? Because Republicans are not allowing her to leave freely. They are saying that if she wants to leave, she has to agree to being in the custody of a police escort. She is their captive. And all this just because Republicans want to further gerrymander one of the most gerrymandered states in this country already to further disenfranchise their own constituents. And I want to talk about some of the conversations being had right now. You may remember Texas Democrats fled the state to deny quorum. In other words, preventing a vote from happening because there are not enough representatives present. Republicans fined them $500 a day and issued arrest warrants for them. Important to note that these arrest warrants are not criminal arrest warrants. They are civil arrest warrants, based on not laws, but House rules that Republicans get to write at the beginning of each session anyway. Just because it's a rule doesn't make it legal. Now, because the special legislative session ended, a bunch of the Democrats came back. And while they were in chambers yesterday, Republicans locked the doors and said, you're not allowed to leave unless you sign a permission slip saying that you will be accompanied or escorted by a police officer 24/7. Now, it's unclear how many Dems had returned, but what is clear is that Nicole Collier is the one holdout who refused to be escorted by a police officer. Now, I've been seeing a lot of reactions that I want to address where people are focusing their anger on her Democratic colleagues, asking why she was the only one not to sign, saying that her colleagues should not have signed. They should have been there. Shame on them, whatever. And respectfully, I think that this is the wrong attitude to bring to this. Because the fact of the matter is, this is not just a story about what Nicole Collier is doing. This is actually about what is being done to Nicole Collier and her colleagues. We don't know exactly why her Dem colleagues signed, just like we don't know why she and some of her Dem colleagues returned. But what we do know is that anyone who did sign, number one, did so under duress, and number two, is also a captive, just in a different format. They were essentially forced to put themselves into police custody to be able to go home to their families, their children. They didn't get off scot-free, just like Nicole Collier isn't at the State House just to send a message. She's there because she's being held there against her will. They were allowed to leave because they were put into police custody. What Nicole Collier is doing is absolutely commendable, and I can guarantee she will be in history books if we still have books. But her Democrat colleagues are not the bad guys here, not in this situation. It is the people holding her and her Dem colleagues captive. They're Republican colleagues. Also, by the way, Texas constituents as well as aides and Dem colleagues were at the building last night and still are, both protesting, showing support, and in the case of her colleagues, getting her food and other supplies. And if you want to help, you can show up or call and let them know how you feel.